guys, I've already tried to film this intro a couple times and I don't really know how to do it because it's always so hard after you take a long break and then come back and try to explain where you've been. So I'm back obviously for the holidays. I come back every year. You guys probably expected it. I didn't really know if I wanted to go into where I've been for the past 8 months. I don't remember when I last posted, I think February, but I do feel like I should just give you guys a little bit of an update because some of you probably are curious about why I just took off and why I just stopped filming, because I was posting regularly, but I was actually still filming even after the last vlogs that you guys saw. I filmed a bunch actually after that, but I had started experiencing some health problems that were really bringing me down, and whenever I would go to edit the footage, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like I can almost feel the anxiety in the vlog. So I didn't end up posting them, but I started to experience some health problems in February just before Valentine's Day. Have you guys ever had like that feeling where it feels like your heart skips a beat? It's called an ectopic heartbeat or a PVC, PAC. I started experiencing that feeling when you're like nervous and your heart feels like didn't. I started to experience that a couple times a minute, really strong. And my whole day was basically just me experiencing this feeling. So it was driving me insane. Obviously, because it's heart related, everyone kind of freaks out when they experience that the first time. I know that the condition itself is kind of common and it's not dangerous, but at the time I didn't know that. So it was really hard on me. I was like, do I have heart failure? Is this heart disease? What's going on with me? I didn't know. And it was obviously really scary and triggering because you guys all know what happened to my dog, which was heart related. So it's just like not a good, didn't put me in a good headspace. I did a bunch of testing, Holter monitor, ultrasounds, went to cardiologists and doctors, and they all told me it was benign and prescribed me a beta blocker so that it would slow my heart rate down and then hopefully help, but nothing helped. So I kind of took matters into my own hands and then started to take another heart medication that was actually prescribed to me when I came off birth control in case my skin freaked out and I needed to kind of balance my hormones. Fortunately, my skin didn't freak out when I went off birth control, but the medication that I did take was called spironolactone, and it's a heart medication that spares your potassium, so it leaves potassium in your system. And I know that PVCs and PACs, which is what I had, can be caused by electrolyte imbalances. So I was kind of just experimenting. Fortunately, that actually did work. I was able to reduce the PACs almost to the point where I don't really notice them. I have a couple a day, but they'll be very minor versus like hundreds a day. So anyways, I'm trying to like get through this because it's kind of like a long, rambly, boring story, but I kind of want to share just so you know what's been going on and why I stopped filming. And also, you guys are so sweet. You always come back, and I feel like this is what the whole point of the vlog is for me to share stuff with you guys. Also, I did want to mention this in case anyone else is going through this and doesn't know what to do and is kind of at their wits' end, because even though you know it's benign, it is so hard on you. My ectopic heartbeats started to go away. I was experiencing less and less every day. But what I ended up doing was buying a heart supplement that is magnesium and potassium and taurine. So I take that every day and I experience a few of them a day, but they're very subtle, and I probably wouldn't even know that it was this skipped heartbeat feeling if I wasn't looking for them. So then after that kind of started to go away, I started experiencing other nervous system kind of related symptoms like numbness in these fingers. And then I found out I have extra cervical ribs, so I likely have something called thoracic outlet syndrome. I've been going to physio for it, and that's what my sister had that basically destroyed her life because she had to have the surgery to have the extra ribs removed, and she has to work very limited hours now. She's in constant pain, can't lift her arms. Her mobility is really low. Her life basically revolves around her health. So I'm glad that we figured it out early before I started to have blood clots or something, because that's what ended up happening with my sister. But yeah, I've just been experiencing a lot of different kinds of things going on with my body that are frustrating. So I'm gonna go in for an MRI probably in 6 months because it's through the public system and it always takes a long time. But if I can't wait that long to figure out what's going on, I'll just go through private and pay for them to do the MRI. And I might actually do that because it's really stressing me out to have like strange things happening and not really knowing why, or if it's something to be concerned about. Anyways, that's a whole long rambly story about where I've been, why I've been gone, but I did want to say I'm coming back for the holidays. I don't know what kind of content I will be able to film because of everything that's going on in the world right now with the pandemic and stores closing down, and you know, there's new changes every week. Right now we're kind of in a mini, not lockdown in Vancouver, but there's a lot more restrictions. We're not allowed to see people. Our border has been closed for most of the year. So all the things I love about the holidays, like going to Target, going to Trader Joe's, I won't be doing this year. Sebastian and I have mostly been staying inside anyways because we don't want to really take the risk with the virus. I mean, I know that for most people it's mild, but I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know, you know, if he's a risk. You know, a lot of people didn't even find out that they had underlying health conditions until they're in the ICU with COVID. So we're just not taking the risk. We go to like Walmart and grocery stores and stuff like that. We always wear our masks and we wipe everything down with Lysol. Our hands are pretty much constantly flaky because we use so much hand sanitizer. So we're just trying to be extra safe so we don't do too much out of the house. So I was thinking maybe I shouldn't even come back this year because what if my vlogs are super boring? You know, I'm spending most of my time inside. But then I was thinking, well, I love watching people inside when they're doing things like baking and decorating and wrapping and stuff like that. So maybe I can still manage to fill the time with baking and stuff that you guys might enjoy. And usually I don't even have time to bake because I'm always like out and about and getting things done and buying things. And so maybe it will be a nice change to spend more of the time inside and watching movies and doing cozier stuff. And yeah, so I figured I would still come back. Maybe the content won't be as exciting and I probably won't be doing every single day for Vlogmas, but I will do vlogs, and I already started doing my DIY video, which is really fun. I have some really cute DIYs that I can't wait to show you guys. I will be decorating my tree today. It's the 10th and I was hoping I would decorate it earlier, but I wanted to film this before I started doing Christmassy stuff, and I just really didn't, I don't know, I felt really bad about coming back. I know you guys enjoy my Christmas content, so maybe you're not mad at me, but I always feel really bad about it. So I'm gonna add all the decorating montage together where we started putting the tree up last night, and I'll add it in with the montage of me decorating the tree. Sebastian and I are gonna go grab Starbucks now. You guys know how obsessed I am with my Starbucks. Every single day we get our chestnut praline latte, well, for the past like 4 days since it's been out, but it's my favorite part of the day pretty much. And then I'm gonna come back and start decorating the house.
There we go.
Oh no, it's all melted. There's no whip.
Oh.
That's foam. Just at Starbucks grabbing our drinks. Sebastian came back and they didn't have the whipped cream on them, and I know I'm being really extra, but it's the whole reason I get the drink, so he's going back in to grab the whipped cream. Hopefully they're not upset. He's coming back with a cup of whipped cream to put on top. Starbucks in 2020. Lysol wiping everything down. I'm going to take a break from decorating and I'm going to make some dinner now. I'm just going to make something simple because I do have a lot of stuff to get done tonight. So I'm going to make what I call my trashy macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna make it a little bit fancier. So I'm gonna use Gruyere cheese as well as some cheddar, when normally I would just be lazy and only use cheddar. But this is the fastest macaroni and cheese to put together, and it's also like customizable. And I don't feel like I've ever seen anyone else make macaroni and cheese like this. So I'm gonna show you how I do it. And like I said, it's super, super fast, and it doesn't use roux. And the thing I love about it is that it's super like cheesy. Some people like really creamy mac and cheese. Some people like really stringy mac and cheese. I'm in the stringy camp. You get the cheese pulls. So that's my preference. So that's what I'm gonna show you guys how to make. These are the cheeses I'm using. I'm using some mild, just marble, because I love mild cheese. I'm using some sharp cheddar, and then Gruyere. Gruyere is actually my favorite cheese to use when I bake it in the oven because it has like nice pulls. I really love Gruyere, or I guess any kind of Swiss cheese is good. I like the milder cheeses for stovetop, so I'll probably use mostly this and this. For the noodles, I'm using some of these curlier ones. This is it says it's serpentini. I always just call these cavatappi. And I find it's difficult to find this shape, but I got those ones at Save On in Canada, if you're in Canada. Thought I would mention that because I was struggling finding them. So it looks like a lot of cheese. Actually, we might need more than this fish. Let's grate some more of the marble. But trust me, the cheese is the best part and you want to have a lot of cheese. This is optional. You could add some yellow mustard, or if you have it, mustard powder. It's basically the same thing as yellow mustard. As soon as it comes into contact with water, it starts to taste mustardy. And then I'm adding half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so I just decided I'm going to make something else that I like to add on top of other pasta dishes, and I do this whenever I bake macaroni. So I thought I would show you guys how I make garlicky breadcrumbs to go on top, which is super good. It's also like I said, it's so good if you bake your macaroni and do like a thick layer on top, but it just adds like a nice crunch and nice texture. So I'm going to press 1 clove of garlic and then just toast some panko breadcrumbs. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Look like this. It's actually Japanese breadcrumbs. Most people are probably familiar with this anyways. The texture is a little bit more coarse. It's really nice because it's a little bit crunchier than regular breadcrumbs. Alexa just went off. I'm gonna test the pasta and see if it tastes like it's ready. I like my noodles to be super soft for macaroni. Don't ask me why, maybe because I grew up that way, but Alexa, set a timer for 45 seconds. Just needs to cook a little bit longer. Okay, so key to this, do not skip this step. Grabbing a little bit of the pasta water because there's starch and salt in there, and that will help kind of thicken the cheesiness in the sauce and make it kind of stick to the pasta. So I'm going to just take a pan. I'm going to melt some butter. All right, I'm going to turn the stove on medium. When they're done, they'll look like this, nice and golden brown. I'm gonna take them off the heat now so they don't burn. So I'm adding the macaroni back to the pot, and I'm going to add the cheese, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of mustard powder, and I'm gonna start with 2 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to melt it all together. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. You don't wanna add too much unless you want it really creamy, but I prefer it to be more stringy. And I'm not adding extra salt because there's salt in the pasta water, and then it would end up tasting too salty. So you just kind of want to continually add pasta water until you get the consistency that you like. I think in total now I've added 6 tablespoons. And it's starting to get to where I like it. The cheese is super cheesy and there's a lot of cheese pulls, and this is exactly what I'm looking for. So it's done now. I'm gonna turn off the heat. And look how creamy that is also. And it's just cheese and pasta water. There's no milk, there's no flour, there's no butter. It's just cheese and water. All right, so that is the quickest macaroni and cheese, and just look at the cheese pulls. I feel like you don't get those cheese pulls when you make it in the oven, so please give this a try. Let me know what you think. We're gonna go have some dinner now. Sebastian just found a new Netflix show we're gonna watch, and then I'm gonna continue decorating.
Somewhere in the city is that one person that's meant for you. When you're in New York and it's Christmas, you're surrounded by people.
next day now. I finished the tree last night. I'm happy with how it looks, but I will probably do some adjusting just because I know myself. I can never just let something be. And I'm going to do some more decorating today. I'm going to do the mantelpiece here with the garland and then other garlands that I put around. And then I'm going to change out my throw pillows on my sofa and do some Christmas pillows. Just kind of get most of the stuff ready. I'm just going to try to get as much as I can done so that by the time that I get my real Christmas tree, I'm not stressed with having to do so many things. And also I love Christmas decoration. If it was up to me, we would have stuff like Christmas decoration up all year round, obviously for different seasons. But yeah, so here is the tree. This is what it looks like. I did the same exact thing as I normally do. I might pick up some new decorations to add in there. Usually every year I'll grab a couple new little things. I have some of these rose gold baubles and these matte rose gold baubles too. These are from Michaels. All these little glass ones are from Michaels, including these ones here. These are really pretty. You can't really tell on camera, but they're little white sparkly baubles. Basically, a lot of simple ornaments. My other tree is a lot of individual ornaments, but this one is just mostly a bunch of balls. But I still think it looks pretty. I might pick up some more of these picks just to add some kind of texture. I only have 3, so it kind of looks a little bit weird. So I have one right here, and then here, and then here. But I do like picks for artificial trees because it helps kind of fill them out. I might pick up another garland or something. I have this one here. It's part of like a set, not a set, but like it was part of a collection, I guess. And this one's from Crate & Barrel. They usually come out with some type of knit or wool type garland every year. So I do really like that, and it ties in with a bunch of the other stuff that I have from the same collection. But I don't know, I feel like it looks just a little bit too simple. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll change it up, maybe I'll leave it. I do want to get a different tree topper. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but the lights on the tree topper are very cool toned, and then the lights on the tree are warm white. Like they're almost orange. They're so warm because I've used some of these twinkly lights that I got from Target a couple years ago, and those ones are very warm. So it just doesn't really go well together. So I might look for a new tree topper. I did see some cute ones at Walmart. I've started to explore my local area a little bit more now that we aren't able to go to the States. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit and start decorating because I'm gonna go grab a Starbucks and then start decorating because I need a little bit of an afternoon boost. I'm feeling a little bit pooped and drained, but I just have to wait for Sebastian to get out of a meeting. So another thing I have to do is I have to take down my fall table display. I'm a little sad because I actually put effort in this year. Normally, it's like the last thing I end up doing is the table, which is funny because when I lived back in my hometown, I would always put a lot of effort into making the table look really cute. I would have like name tags everywhere, but I guess just because it's usually just Sebastian and I down here, I don't put as much effort in. But this year I'd like to do some type of wintry tablescape, something that looks really cute. This is what I have for fall, and I thought that it actually turned out pretty cute. A little bit more like rustic, kind of farmhousey with the pumpkins. I sometimes use my orange pumpkins. I think these are really cute with all of the more like farmhousey pieces with the gravy boat and then the little pitcher over there. So I ended up going with these white ones, but little pops of orange. I thought I would show you guys before I tear it all down because I thought it ended up turning out really cute. The state of my 100-year-old hands from all of
I think you just figured out.
Look at this, it's so crazy.
Yeah, but mine looked worse. Now they look fine. Remember?
Yeah, mine look awful. All right, let's see. Did they forget the whip?
No. It's like with the masks, you have to yell at them, and they yell back. So extra whip!
And no chestnut praline.
Right. Oh. Oh, on this one.
Oh! Well, I guess we know which one's mine.
Yeah.
This is how we take care of our Starbucks cups. And then here's where I come in. I take a piece of paper towel, a little bit of water, and I go around the rim to remove any of the excess Lysol. And this might seem extra, but better the safe than sorry.
True.
And now we have perfectly desanitized drinks. Here. sofa now, and I just flipped around my velvet pillows to the back side where they have this kind of beige canvas because I felt like it went better. But I am gonna try to find some new pillows for the corners because I like bigger pillows in the corners, and also you can still see a bit of the pink. So now I'm going to move on to decorating this dresser. So we're gonna make some dinner now. We're just making something simple. Recently, Impossible Meat, they recently came to Canada, and I know that it's kind of controversial. Some people are super pro Impossible, some people don't like it because it does have genetically modified, it's called something like 𝐒𝐈𝐊 or hemi or whatever. 𝐒𝐈𝐊. It's like some type of irony thing that is in almost every living being or every living being, and it makes it taste more realistic, like I guess beef does. We have it thawing right now. This is like just ground meat. We're gonna make patties out of it. Obviously, it's probably not super healthy because it does have like higher sodium and stuff. But for a treat every once in a while, I think it's really nice, especially because Sebastian and I don't eat red meat, we eat chicken. But it tastes so realistic. I'm not someone who even liked hamburger meat when I was still eating meat like a million years ago. But I actually love this because I feel like more, I don't want to say greasy, but like it's got like a nice fat content, I would say, that makes it taste really nice. It's not dried out or anything like that. If you don't eat meat, I would definitely recommend giving it a shot if you're also, you know, if you have an open mind towards genetically modified foods. I know that some people, like I said, are really against it, so I feel a little bit weird saying that on here because some people are really passionate about the issue. But for me, I don't mind it as long as I'm not like eating it every single day or if I'm just having it occasionally for a treat. So we're making that. We're gonna have it with these brioche burger buns. These are really good. And they say they actually come right from France, which is kind of crazy. We just got these at Walmart. My new Victoria's Secret pajamas for this year came in. I'm excited to try them. Their Christmas pajamas are so comfortable. I don't love the pattern as much as I love the ones from last year, but I do think it looks really Christmassy with this like Fair Isle print. All right, so those are our patties. Sebastian's gonna take care of them, put them on the grill. I think you should wait a few minutes before putting them on though, because I have to get the bacon set up. I'm gonna make some chicken bacon with it as well. I cook it in butter and that kind of gives it a little bit more of that bacony taste. It's more lean than regular bacon, but honestly, such a great substitution. This sauce is so good on them. I don't know if they even still make this because I've had this for a while, but it is so good. I'm gonna try to find some more of it. It's really, really good. Dinner and watch Dash and Lily, I think it's called. It's like this new Christmas series on Netflix. We've only watched one episode, so I can't tell you guys if it's good or not yet. So I'm just sitting here editing the vlog. I'm gonna end the vlog now because this vlog is gonna be so long, especially from the whole intro segment. But I forgot to mention with the Impossible Burgers, I feel like I didn't sell them well enough, so I wanted to tell you guys before I ended the vlog. But one really special thing about them, which is why I feel like they're so unique, is that when you cut into them, they look like actual burgers in that they bleed, kind of. Like, that sounds a little bit gross, but you know how some people like their burgers rare and then you can see a little bit of the blood inside the burger? Well, Impossible Burgers do that too, which is really kind of crazy. But honestly, coming from someone who doesn't even like normal ground beef or didn't like it when I was eating it, please try them or give them a try if you are okay with occasionally eating genetically modified food. Like I said, I know it's kind of a touchy subject, but they're so good and I love their products so much, and I'd like to see more of their products brought to Canada, so I kind of want to spread the word. And I promise I don't think that if you're a vegetarian, you definitely cannot tell the difference between beef and this, probably. And if you eat meat, you probably will have a hard time telling the difference too. It might be very, very subtle, if at all. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I needed a little bit of this kind of pick me up in my life, especially because, like I said, I've just been having a rough go of it lately. I mean, we all are, so I'm not gonna try to discredit anything that anyone else is going through, but it's been hard for everyone. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.